Alright, we're at the Coto de Casa 100-mile endurance race, 2012. It's not raining like it was last year, and it should be a pretty good run. Looking forward to it. Almost at 3/4 of a mile, 99 1/4 to go. Alright, just hit mile 95, mile 5, 95 left to go. It's a really nice day out today so far, so it should be some good running weather.
Maybe it says how many ounces.
Here comes Dave.
I'll do this.
Hey! How's it going, Dave?
Good. We get you guys anything?
Alright, so we went to the out and back part. Turned around at mile 7.5. I'm about 7 3/4 right now. So far so good.
Hey! How's Mile 15.
Keep it up, buddy.
Here
What
comes
are you
Dave.
in?
No.
You're in the
I know where I'm at. I only have 10 more miles to go. Yeah.
This is going to be mile 27.5.
Remembering it's 5 minutes later.
Oh, it's super hard.
All right, what can we do you for?
You having fun?
You don't want to walk in the finish.
How long do you think is it going to take Dad to finish?
Dude, that's to go.
100
How many?
100 more minutes.
100 more?
So it is way hotter than last year. So I'm going with my Sierra Nevada endurance run strategy and trying to keep as cool as I can right now. My energy is feeling a little zapped. I hit the first, I think, 20 miles really strong. The last 10 that I did were kind of crappy, but hopefully I'll cool off and run a little bit harder. All right, here comes Juan. How you feel? I know.
I slow down, on purpose.
You what?
Some energy, save some energy for later, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hot, so
Yeah, I hear
I'd
it.
rather save it for later on tonight.
I was trying to keep my hat wet,
Yeah,
everything.
that's what I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah.
Good job, man, you look good.
Thank you. I'll see you in just a few more miles. All right, so Juan back there, he was on the crew with me when Oswaldo Lopez won Badwater in 2011. So he's out here running the 100 also. He's from Chicago. Oswaldo's probably going to come out here later tonight and I think pace for him a little bit. And it'll be great seeing him. Oswaldo helped me out at Headlands 100 just last year in 2011 also. Super great guy, and hopefully we'll see him out here tonight too. All right, at mile 34.75, I'm running, and all of a sudden Jamie and Eric pull up, brought me a slushie. So talk about being a good crew, man. That'll keep me cooled off in this heat. So good times. So we're about 40.25 miles in, 7 hours and 45 minutes. So really happy with the pace. It's not too bad. It's a little slower than I wanted, but I'm hoping to still hit 22 hours, if not a little bit under. We just gotta see if I can kind of maintain what I'm doing. But yeah, getting a little tired, but still just kind of trucking along. It's nice seeing Jeff Russell, who's also from Fresno, is about a mile behind me. It's just the course is out and back. I keep seeing him every time we switch directions. That's been really good. Seeing Lori, my parents, my kids, Ashley and Brandon, and now Eric and Jamie are out here also. Seeing them every few aid stations is helping a lot, just kind of mentally keeping it straight. And I think once I pick up with them, it should be good. Mentally feeling pretty good, but not struggling too much, but still struggling here and there.
Gatorade? Ice? We got more ice. Ibuprofen? That too.
We are just about at mile 42.5. Here it comes.
How many I've been grubbing?
How are you feeling?
Kind of sleepy.
Water,
Just kinda
Gatorade, ice.
Tired.
I'm just gonna get this wet, I think. That'll be good.
It's too early to feel tired.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
You want me to wring it out or just leave it soaking?
You can leave it soaking.
Yep. You want to put some ice in your hat?
No, that's okay.
All right. Gatorade?
8.5 and 9 minute pace.
Good.
Only walked a couple of times. Not a very long distance either.
Any water, Gatorade, please?
Alright, past mile 45, picked up with Eric. So he's gonna do 15, and Jamie's gonna do 15. Are you gonna do another 15?
Yeah.
And Jamie's gonna do 10, or what are we doing there?
What is it?
15, 15, 15, 10.
Alright.
We'll figure it out.
I think I'm gonna do 15, 15, like, I'll do 2 15s, then Jamie will do 1 15,
And maybe do
and
5,
5, and then I'm gonna do the last 5.
Okay.
Or he'll do the last 5, I'll one or the other.
Okay. Cool. So, alright, should be on pace to finish a pretty good time if we just keep it up.
Any needs at the fire station? Peanut butter? David, aren't you supposed to be running instead of walking?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you feeling? Good?
Good.
Here, here's some video.
I'm getting tired, but I think if it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Exactly.
We're moving. We're gonna get it done. So that's
cool.
what counts.
When are you picking up with the pacer?
Next one. Next
one?
at 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah. All right. Hey, keep going.
Yeah,
Good
you got
job,
it, dude.
Good job.
Alright, keep it going, man.
Thank you.
Good work.
That's right.
Alright, so I don't feel as tired as I did earlier,
Nice.
thank God. So I think I just gotta keep getting some food and keeping up with that. But hopefully Oswaldo shows up today. That'd be kind of cool to see that guy. He's supposed to face one back there for a little bit. But yeah, it's starting to get dark. So when are you gonna do your first 100?
I was thinking like the summer after never.
Yeah. I said the same thing once.
Once.
Alright, got Jamie.
Here we go.
Just past mile 67. I'm just trying to keep my food down. Having a little bit of a tough time right now. I just want to
Pizza.
I just want to vomit, but I'm sure I will in a little bit. But we'll see. Hopefully I don't. Otherwise that was a waste of pizza. Mile 70 and a half, 15 hours and 24 minutes.
Cruising.
Yeah.
They've making up some serious time right now, I think.
Trying to keep it under 22. We'll see how it goes. All right, so Jamie, who's facing me over here, has never ran more than a half marathon before. And he's at, how far?
13.7 right now.
All right, 13.7 for him, so.
Dave is about to hit mile 74.
Yeah. But, good job for Jamie, man. Congratulations.
Oh, because Dave
Fucking dragging you out here.
having a blast.
Yeah, good. I don't know if you can see, there's Eric. Just past mile 80, even though my watch is 80.8, but whatever. Give or take a mile, right?
Yeah. They'll take more miles than they give.
Yeah. Man. Alright, so about 20 miles left, and we'll wrap this thing up. We're at 18 hours, 42 minutes, so we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully still a decent time. All right, 14.5 miles left. About. We're getting a little tighter on time. My pace has been dropping, but we won't hit 22, but we'll definitely be under 24, which is the second goal anyway. So as long as we keep going, we'll hit it. What time is it right now?
It's 2:23 in the morning.
All right, so yeah, I don't know how long we've been out. 20 hours? 22 hours? No, 20 hours. All right, so we're at mile 91, and I think I'm gonna have to walk the rest in. Looks like I got a couple blisters I didn't try to take care of, and yeah.
Same spot on both feet.
Yeah, not very good, but that one already popped. Ooh, there we go. Damn it.
You need some paper towels?
Yeah, I will.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yes. It's trail running, huh, Dave?
Alright, so we're around mile 93 and a half-ish. I just stopped at mile 91. I had 2 huge blisters on both feet. It was really hurting just to walk. So, unfortunately, no sub 22, no sub 24 today. So, sat in the car for, I don't even know how long it took us to figure out what we're doing. But, at the time, Jamie was pacing me, and I just couldn't fucking walk anymore. So he ran up and got Eric and Lori, and I just don't want to go home after driving all this way and paying for hotel rooms, and my parents coming in, these guys coming to help out, my kids here. So right now we're just walking in the last 9 miles. It's going to take a while, but I just gotta do that for now, I guess. And my feet are killing me right now.
What's going on, Juan?
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, buddy. See you. I don't know if you can see it, but there goes Dave off in the distance. You got a second wind all of a sudden. Went from walking to like an all-out sprint for a second. So he's up there hammering away. There's Dave. Probably Dave, almost 97 miles into it. I think exactly 97 miles.
Is that how far we are?
Yes. Yeah. So had some blister problems. Some, few on each feet. Changed his shoes and walked for a while. And all of a sudden he's breaking record paces for the race. So I think a little bit difficult on his pacers, but he'll be in soon. Good job, Dave. All right, Dave. 2.5.
All right. We'll see you guys in 2.5 miles.
All right.
How'd you go, Dave?
Home stretch. Oh, don't lose it now.
Fitting way to end the race there. Good job, Dave.
Last 2 miles. Picked up a brand new pacer. I don't know how I convinced her to do it, but she's doing 2.5 miles with me. So 2 left, and this thing will all be over. All right, 0.4 miles left. Met up with Jeff. How you feel?
I've never felt better.
Jeff's totally lying. But yeah, first one, right? First 100.
First successful one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, today's the day. So, all right, we'll check back at the finish line.
Here he comes.
All right.
What's up, Dave?
Last year was easier. What the hell?
So that's why he had yeah, he was really cold.
Okay, so all done with the Rocky Road 100 for 2012. Fell a little short of my ultimate goal of finishing under 24 hours this year. Ended up doing 25 hours and I think 55 minutes. So got another bronze belt buckle from that race. Really wanted the silver one for sub 24, but just wasn't able to pull it off this year again. In 2011 I did 24 hours and I think 17 minutes. This year was 25:55, so ran a little bit slower this year, but I think I actually ran a better race as far as effort went. The first year I did it, I stopped every, I believe it was 15 miles. It's 7.5 miles out, then you turn and run another 7.5 back to make it 15-mile loops. And last year, I think I was smarter. I stopped every 15, changed socks, and just kind of like made sure my feet were okay. This year, I just kind of muscled through the whole thing. Around mile 60, I felt like I was starting to get some blisters. What I should have done was stop, take off my shoes, and take care of my feet. Instead, I just kind of muscled through it. Then at mile 91, we were well below a sub 24-hour finish. I think I would have been like 23 hours and maybe 45, 47 minutes. And well, at mile 91, the blisters just caught up to me. They hurt too much, and I can barely walk on them. So I had to stop. Almost actually dropped out of the race. They hurt really bad. My pacer at the time, Jamie, he ran up to go get my other crew members, Lori and Eric, who were about 1.5 miles ahead of us because they were waiting at the next aid station. They drove back, parked the car along the curb where I was sitting, trying to figure out if I was going to finish or not. I got in the car for a little bit, with the heater on, warmed up. It was really early in the morning, or late at night, depending on how you want to look at it. And I was still trying to figure out if I was going to finish the race or not. My legs were starting to kind of tighten up a little bit, and took my shoes off. You could see in the video a little bit, the blisters were really huge and gross. I ended up just cutting them and draining them. Then I taped them up and got my socks back on, a new pair of shoes, and I figured I could at least walk it in and still make the time. I walked about, the last loop was a 10-mile loop because of the loops being 15 miles. When we got back to the start finish after the second to last one, it was 90 miles. So to make it an even 10, the last loop part was out 5 miles and back 5. So when we got to mile 95, I decided to try to run the best I could. So I had to walk from mile 91 to mile 95. I ran with Jamie up until about mile 97.5, and then after that, Lori actually ended up putting on some running shoes and ran with me the last 2.5 miles, and it was really great to have her out there running. She runs a little bit here and there, but always tells everyone that she's not a runner. But it was really cool that she was able to finish the race with me. Right before we got to the finish line, my kids, Ashley and Brandon, were waiting there, and the 4 of us were actually able to run in together. So it was Lori, Ashley, Brandon, and I crossing the finish line, and that was really cool. But my crew did everything they could for me that day. Eric and Jamie and Lori really just did an amazing job of making sure that I was staying hydrated, eating. There was one point where I really wasn't drinking any water, and when they would switch out my hydration backpacks, they saw that they basically didn't even have to fill them back up. There was almost little to no water left, or little to no water that I had drank in them. So they were really pushing me towards the end. Anytime I was resting, you know, drink water, and you know, there was a few parts of the race that got a little ugly. Had a little bit of stomach issues at one point. I think just from running too hard with food in my stomach, and I think right before mile 85, I was dry heaving quite a bit during a long downhill ascent, and then ended up telling Eric was running with me at the time, and had to stop really quick, throw up a little bit, then get some water to kind of rinse my mouth out, and just kind of kept going. And you know, it was one of those where I really wanted to finish under 24 hours really bad, and I was doing whatever I could, you know, possibly do to keep that pace. And I'm still disappointed that I didn't hit my time. You know, it's funny, I talk to my friends who don't run, or even some of my friends that do run ultras, and you know, they're like, oh, you know, you did 100, and you know, the first thing I'm saying is, I didn't make my goal time. But you know, it is, I guess, pretty cool to actually say that you finished 100 though. This is my 4th one in about a year and a half. So this is my first one for 2012. I've only been running ultras for about 2 years now. My first one was February 4th, 2010 at the Woodside 50K. I'll never forget that run with Pacific Coast Trail Runs. That's one of my favorite courses too. I'm going to try to run that one again in April. But just a really beautiful course, really well event. And yeah, so I felt like this was kind of one of my strongest races. I felt real focused. Didn't really have too much of that I don't want to be out here kind of feeling. I think I was so focused on trying to hit a time that it was just kind of, I was in a really good zone. Jamie and Eric did an awesome job of pacing. So did Lori for the last two and a half miles that she didn't plan on doing at all. But I just kind of asked her if she'd do it with me right before I needed her to. But luckily she had some running clothes and some shoes in the car. But yeah, I mean, my crew they were great. My parents were out there just kind of hanging out with my kids, and it was overall, I didn't hit my time, but it was a good run. Saw my friend Juan, who's from Chicago. He was out there running. He finished. Congratulations to him. My friend Jeff Russell from Fresno was there. He completed his first 100, and I was happy to be able to kind of talk with him at the end of the race a lot. We were, as I was finishing up, he was finishing up his second to last lap. But I got to do a few miles with him, and another friend, Kelly Irwin, did the marathon, and she paced Jeff for a little bit also. But talked to Kelly a little bit about going back next year. I think Juan wants to go next year. Maybe we'll drag Jeff out there, and maybe a few more people, and make it a really fun event for us. It's nice seeing people that you know on the course. It just kind of breaks up the whole monotony of running out and back course like that. But you know, I really wanted this to be the last time I ran that race, but I really want a silver belt buckle from this particular race. It's a pretty fast course compared to most of the ultras I do. It's not too hilly. The elevation isn't anything crazy. I think I ran some 50Ks that have more elevation change than this particular 100 does. But it is what it is. I was short on my goal, but overall I still finished, had a good time, learned a lot. Like I said, I've only been doing these for about 2 years, so I'm still learning every race, and my body's adapting more and more. I already feel good and ready to run more. It's only been today's Thursday right now, so it's only been, finished the race on Sunday, so it's only been like four days since I finished, and no swelling in my ankles, my feet feel good. I'm still going to take a few days off just because I have American River coming up beginning of April. I really want to run that race really strong and try to PR and run up faster than I did last year. So I want to be smart and just take some extra time off to make sure everything's recovered properly. But that'll be the next ultra in April, and maybe a week after that Woodside 50K is coming up, so that's possibly on the calendar. Chances are it's like 95% on the calendar. Plus I really love that race, so I'll probably run that one slow since I'm probably going to run a 50 miler the week before, but I still like to do the race. It's just a really beautiful course. If you haven't got a chance to do it, I would definitely do it. The elevation's not too bad. It's pretty runnable compared to a lot of ultras that I've done, and you know, Sarah always puts on a good race, so hoping to go out there and run that one. Feel a lot of nostalgia for that run too, because that was my first ultra, and anytime that one comes up, that course that Pacific Coast Trail Runs puts it on, I try to, if it's on my calendar where I'm free, I try to do it, because I love that run. Reminds me of the first time I did a trail run, which realistically only 2 years ago wasn't that far away from where we are now. But yeah, like I said though, I'm learning a lot about what I'm doing out here. I still go in a little blind on things. It was funny knowing that I ran slower this year when the course was dry and runnable, or the year before it was rainy, muddy. There's times where it hailed, and I ran about an hour 45 minutes faster. But there was a spot during the race during the daytime. It wasn't hot, but it was just sunny. There's not a lot of shade, and I was just getting really hot. You can see in the video I had my hat on, the one thing I had from a Sierra Nevada endurance run, where it's like the cloth that I was soaking and just kind of wrapping around my head and neck, and I did that again this year just to stay cool. But just the direct sunlight was really kind of zapping all the energy out of me during a few of the laps. But you know, just gonna have to basically go back there again next year, run faster, get a good crew again. Both years I've done that race, my crews have been amazing. The guys who went with me this year were great. The guys who were out with me last year, Zach and Chandler and Anthony, and of course Lori was out there too, helping. You know, they all did a great job too. Everyone who's ever crewed for me has done, you know, all they can for me, and that's all you can ask. But you know, till then, probably have another video in April, or maybe at the St. Patrick's Day little 4-mile race that I'm doing. It'll be nice to do a really fast 4-mile race and not have a race that takes all day. You know, one that takes about 25 or 28 minutes will be really nice. But yeah, thanks for watching the videos, and we'll see you guys soon.